Okay, let's talk about Oatstraw. Oatstraw makes a really delicious, nourishing herbal infusion. I buy it by the bulk, of course. And this is what about an ounce of oat straw looks like. It's about up to here on the jar. But again, you want to weigh it out every time because it's going to vary from batch to batch and even vary from the top of the bag to the bottom of the bag if you buy a pound of it, because it kind of gets smaller and denser at the bottom of the bag. And as I talk about it, I'm going to strain it just so you can see what it looks like. But this is Oatstraw infusion, and it's cold now. And Oatstraw has so much to offer us. I could talk about each herb for over an hour. So just know that this is a general overview and that you can dive deeper. I talk a lot about these herbs also at the Healthy Herb podcast. You can try to find an episode on one of these herbs. I have a lot of episodes on a lot of the infusion herbs because I love them so much. So in general though, what I think about Oatstraw, the number one thing I think about Oatstraw is it's especially really beneficial for the nervous system. For someone who has frayed, frazzled nerves, if you just feel like you need to chill out, calm down, if you have too much stress in your life, if you just want to, then I feel like Oatstraw is a great one to incorporate on a regular basis. The Oatstraw can come in where it has like milky green tops that are kind of cut in with the oat straw, but we're not getting only the tops, the milky green. You can get like bulk milky stage green tops only, but what we want for the nourishing infusions is the oat straw itself, because that's where a lot of the minerals are. So it's essentially the stem and the seed head, you know, in between before it goes to seed, but after it's in the milky stage. Now we think of milky oats like as a tincture as being really sedating, as like almost a sedative herb in that category, a stimulant sedative for the nervous system. But the oat straw itself is just super nourishing. It also is really well known for building bone health. So if you are at a stage of osteopenia or even osteoporosis, it really has been shown to help build back bones, even though, you know, modern medicine says that that's impossible. But I've heard many cases of it really having that effect, especially as in this quantity as a nourishing herbal infusion. Now, oat straw, a lot of the way people make it is they will make a decoction of it to really simmer out and get a lot of the minerals out of it. So if you wanted, you could simmer it a little bit first before you steep it. But I find that this makes a really nice infusion too, just as is. What else do I have to say about oat straw? It's also beneficial for the heart, the cardiovascular system. It also really enhances libido. If you've ever heard the term sowing your oats or feeling your oats. So it can really enhance libido function, and along with that really help with hormonal modulation. It doesn't necessarily have hormones in it, but it has precursors to hormones that our body can then take and make hormones with. And it's just, I find it to be a very, very tasty infusion as well. It tastes a little sweet, a little milky, a little bit like oatmeal. Now this infusion, not only is it really beneficial to drink, but it's also really beneficial to apply topically because it's so good for the skin, especially really inflamed skin, dry skin, rashy skin, anything like that. You can drink it ice cold, is delicious. You can drink it warmed up with a little bit of honey if you like that. Or just Room temperature, it really isn't bad at room temperature either. Oat straw, if you want to grow it, you can just get some oat seed and broadcast it like you would grow other grasses. And it makes a nice cover crop. If you are rotating, if you have a garden and you're rotating out, you know, letting kind of one bed go fallow for a year to restore its integrity, you can just use oat straw as a cover crop for it and harvest some for your infusion. Or you can buy it, and it is a very inexpensive oat straw. So I hope you get some and try it out. Cheers to oats. Yum.